Video games. I played a lot of video games in 2025. I'm proud to say a good number of them weren't just pick up, play for a bit, and then abandon. I actually did complete a good number of games this year. There were a number of games that were abandoned because I moved and I couldn't bring that console with me, so I couldn't keep playing. Some of them were abandoned because they weren't really my cup of tea, and only one or two of them weren't completed because you can't really complete them. Looking at you, Minecraft, the game that I play every year and will never beat. However, this list I'm going to share with you is focused on the top 5 games that I played and loved in 2025. Only 2 of the games on this list are games that were released in 2025. The other 3 are games that released anywhere from 1 to many, many years ago. 4 of the 5 games in my top 5 for this year are games that I did complete all the way through, both started and finished in 2025. I just want to have a moment. Thank you. I think that should be celebrated due to my track record of my habits when playing games. I'll be starting the list from number 5 and making my way up to number 1. These are just the games that I loved, games that I played this year and meant something personally to me. I would love to know if you love these games too. Let me know in the comments below. But without further ado, let's jump into number 5. The 5th game on my top 5 games I played in 2025 is Pokemon Black version for the Nintendo DS. Now, this is a game that came out when I was a kid, and I played when I was a kid. This wasn't my first time playing Pokemon Black. This is the copy that I've owned since I was a kid. I do not have it with me right now. It's back in Canada. I've been really loving my Nintendo DS these last couple of years, playing through old games, discovering new ones like Professor Layton, which I played for the first time this year. And with Pokemon Legends ZA coming out this year, I've been in the Pokemon spirit, but I don't have the money or the intention to buy a Switch 2 or ZA right now. So I returned to a classic that I loved as a kid, and I played through Pokemon Black. I didn't end up getting into the post game because I felt like investing my time in other games by that point. I'm sure I'll get back to it maybe in a year or two when I get back home and I get my copy of the game again. I really want to play Pokemon Black 2 or Pokemon White 2, but holy cow, these games cost so much money these days. I skipped over Black 2 and White 2 when I was a kid because it's like, oh, it's just the same game but reskinned. I don't need to play this. I'll move on to play something else. Oh my goodness, I regret that decision so much. The 4th game on my top 5 games in 2025 list is going to be Clare Obscure Expedition 33 from Sandfall Interactive. This game is not higher on my top 5 games of the year list because I actually haven't finished it yet at the time of this recording. I'm probably about 10-15 hours into the game. I really like it. I am loving the game so far. The story, the art, the soundtrack, the gameplay. I'm not a big turn-based gameplay kind of person, which is actually, it's really funny I say that because my other game I've shared, Pokemon, is also turn-based. Listen, if I had beat the game, maybe it would be higher up on my list. But for now, just because I have not beat the game, so who knows? The ending could ruin the game for me. I could hate the game based on how it ends. But so far, with what I've played so far, it is one of my top 5 games, and we've slotted it at number 4. It's one of the most nominated games in Game Award history. Everyone is talking about this game for better and for worse. I really do recommend checking it out if you haven't yet. It's so difficult to get your hands on a physical copy these days. I spent weeks hunting on Facebook Marketplace to try and find my copy. You probably have an easier time just getting a digital version somewhere. It's really good. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. Number 3 on my top 5 games of 2025 is going to be Split Fiction from Hazelight Studios. This game is so fun. I am a huge lover of co-op games. I'm a huge lover of Hazelight Studios. Every game that they've put out that I've played, I have loved and I've really enjoyed. And in fact, I've played all 3 of them. It Takes Two, A Way Out, and Split Fiction with my best friend Chandler, all on our collab Twitch channel, Fletch. I'm actually replaying it right now. My brother and I were trophy hunting. The narrative is fantastic. The gameplay is fluid and seamless between one player to another. I really love the direction many game studios are moving these days into co-op narrative games. I love playing through campaigns and I love playing them cooperatively with someone. One of my favorite ways to play Halo as a kid and as a teenager was couch co-op mode with a friend playing through the campaign. Halo Reach, Halo 4, Halo 3, Halo Combat Evolved. Playing that with a friend co-op split screen, the best way to play Halo in my opinion. Did y'all see that like 90s retro anime co-op game that's coming out soon? It premiered at the Game Awards. I'm so excited for that game. I am 100% going to play it when it comes out. If you love playing games with friends, you love narrative games, Split Fiction. The last like hour of this game was mind-blowing. Really cool use of split screen gameplay mechanics. It did not win any of the Game Awards it was nominated for this past year, but it absolutely deserved every single nomination. My second favorite game of 2025 is Bokura from Japanese indie developer Tokoyonori. This game, again, I played with my best friend Chandler. It was so cool. It is pixel art, which I love. I love pixel art. Player 1 sees one version of the world, player 2 sees another version of the world, and you have to explore this mountainside as these two best friends. The use of gameplay of one player being able to access and see one part of the world while another player being able to see another part, you really need to work together to make it through the game. It was such a cool experience, and it's an indie game, which I love indie games. I think indie games are some of the most imaginative and industry redefining games out there. And this is a great example of just some of the really cool creative things you can do when you make players work together to reach a goal. It's super cheap. I think it only costs like $5 Canadian. I'll throw the price on here on screen so that you can see it. I really do recommend playing it. It was such a cool experience. It's a short experience. You can definitely get the game done in a few hours, but the replay value comes from then swapping roles and the other player gets to play. Finally, my number one game that I played in 2025 is 2024 Game Award winner Astrobot. 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 Astrobot from Team Asobi. I love Astrobot so much. It is a feat to find a game that makes me sit down and play it nonstop these days. Listen, as adults, we've got jobs, we've got relationships to maintain, we have chores, we have responsibilities that we didn't have the equivalent of when we were kids. Yeah, there's school, yeah, you've got friends, but you can afford to sit on a couch for 2 days straight as a kid and play a video game. You can't really afford that as easily as an adult. Astrobot is one of the first games in years where I have been unable to pull myself away from the screen, to put down the controller and just play endlessly for hours. I played for like 10 days straight, 100% platinum Astrobot. It was so much fun. The soundtrack is captivating. The gameplay is so rewarding, responsive, and just really, really fun. Maybe I'm biased because I grew up playing a lot of 3D platformers like Mario Sunshine, Ratchet & Clank, but this game just scratched every itch that I wanted to scratch. It was so much fun. You can play the game and just feel the love that Asobi Studios has for the PlayStation IP and for 3D platforming. This is a game that I had intended to play back in 2024, but I just never got around to it. Again, I'm a big physical gamer. I like physically owning copies of games. I would show you my copy of Astrobot right now, but I left it back in Canada, which I am like low-key really regretting because I just want to play it again. I want to play the game. I want to go through the levels, but I can't because I left it at home like a fool. It took me a while to find myself a copy of Astrobot, and again, Facebook Marketplace, pull and clutch, got myself a copy for a decent price. You can get it easily, digitally. It is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, full transparency, so if you don't have a PS5, unfortunately, I don't think you can play it. It's a great game, and the most important thing to get across is that Astrobot was fun. It was so much fun. I just had fun playing the game. Even the most difficult levels, even when I was doing like the no death runs or the speed challenges, things that I don't enjoy in games normally, I was still enjoying myself. I was still having a fun time. And that's my list. Those are my 5 favorite games that I played in 2025. Clare Obscur is definitely my next focus on game to finish. Still slowly making my way through Moonlighter. I'm like right there at the end. I just gotta get to the final boss in Moonlighter, and then I can finally say I've beat it. I've been playing this game for like 5 years now, so slowly. If you want to keep up with me and see what games I'm playing these days, you can always subscribe here on YouTube, or if you pop over to Backlogged, this is where I post my games that I'm playing. I keep a little diary updated. I actually do small little reviews of the games that I play on Backlog, so if you want to see my thoughts or feelings on games, you can pop over there and see. Although I would love to know some of your favorite games that you played in 2025, whether it's a top 5 list or just like, oh, I really love this game, it was so fun. Minecraft would also be on my list as an honorable mention, but it would be unfair to put Minecraft on this list every year because I play it nonstop every year. Comment down below what games you love. I hope you have a fantastic new year. I hope you had a great holiday, and I hope many great games come your way in 2026. I think we've got some great games coming our way. All right, thanks so much. See you later.